Cody, go back. Good! Good dog! That is a good dog!
Hillbilly girl, just as sweet as wine.
Go back. Good. Go back. Go back. Good dog!
Like a muscadine. Said you get a little touch of that Holy Ghost.
Cody, go back. Good dog!
Catfish head
Good. Good girl. That's a good girl. Oh, good. Good. Did. Good dog. Good dog. Real fun. Good. This morning, I'm starting out, and I just said to Ben I should have grabbed a lead. I thought about putting Cody on a lead this morning. I thought about yesterday, and I was in a little bit of I was kind of crabby. And so it probably didn't help our session. She kind of put a little gas on that fire with I don't know that I would say I think she was just kind of distracted. The mosquitoes are terrible. Like, I just sit here and watch them pile on her. We sprayed down heavily and they still bother me. So that's annoying. We're just gonna work through it. Couple of things that yesterday we saw her do was kind of revert from taking a clean 90-degree turn. She started in a little bit, and that wasn't good. I want to fix that. That has come since we stopped using straight edges. So what I'm going to do this morning to start out with is go right back to straight edges, and I want to do it where we go. So I just threw one real high. It lands kind of short. That one's a little bit longer. What I'm going to do is today I'm going to use the straight edge, and I'm going to use the straight edge to start right out. And I'm going to have her run at a distance. So we're going to start out with leaving those two with the barrier. Got the little fence there that she's got to go up and over. A real familiar spot for her. This shouldn't be an issue. My goal with it, my objective is have her take real crisp 90 degrees and run a long ways. Don't just run 5 feet and stop. Don't come in and start to go out, because she gets offline that way. So we're just going to stretch her out this morning with a real long 90-degree turn. And then I'm going to turn and do it the opposite direction. And the opposite direction is going to be a little bit harder, because the opposite direction isn't have as straight of an edge. And what we're doing is also, I'm going to go follow this up with that one that she seemed to struggle with last week. Yesterday she did a pretty good job with it. She needed to have a little bit of help pushing back into that cover. But it's a funny angle. It's a little difficult of an angle. So we're going to run that again for her. Now, I'm going to go into that corner a little bit, so she's got something to think about. I'm going to put a fair amount of distance between her and I. And just because she's kind of cheating to the long side, I'm going to send her to the short one. Then reset it and send her to the long one. Get out. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Hold, hold. Did. Good girl. Heel. Nose up, heel. You saw me sweep under with my foot. I can hear a bunch of chicks. We just watched a turkey walk through with a bunch of real young chicks. I mean real young. So she just works through here so I can hear them peeping. Now, this one I'm going to do a little bit different. We're going to go to that direction. We're going to go to the long one. I'm going to start her back here in cover. Here. Sit. Just throwing a little bit of a variation to it. I'm going to throw this one out. I'm going to call her out to me, stop her, throw up and over the top of her. And then I'm going to send her to the right. Let's see. I've got these small feathered bumpers. I want to put a little bit more distance into this, so I'm not going to throw it up over the top. I'll use that one as a distraction. I would have thrown, I just can't get very far to throw it up over the top, so I'm just going to back up. I'd rather have distance between me and her on this handle than the distraction behind her. Get out. No. And there's where that issue. Sit down. Sit. This is exactly why we're doing it. Because we've come back to this nasty little habit. Two things. Run short and run in. Heel. It seems to come when I add the distance to it. So we're going to add the movement in again. Come on. Come on. So by adding a few of these different variables, her moving, coming in, me being at a pretty good distance, that being a little bit of a delayed memory, all those things combined are probably causes for this. So I'm just going to shrink each one up a little bit. I'm still going to call her in. I want her doing this off a movement. I'm going to cut my distance about in half, and the delay just keeps getting longer out there. Come on, come on. Good. Now she looks to my left, her right. That's the freshest in her memory. Get out. Get out. Get out. No. Here. Here. So we got this. We found the problem, and we saw it yesterday. Heel. So we got to fix this. Because if we just kept going into drills where we were applying it, this would haunt us. So, right here, instead of doing it off a movement, sit, I'm going to do it stationary. Get out. Get out. No! Here. 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 Get out. Good. Isn't it magical how the decoys stop her? No, here, here. So I'm not gonna let her hunt, and come across the blind squirrel finding a nut. Come here, sit. So this is what we're gonna do. Heel. We're gonna walk out. That one's even further than the first two. Watch. No heel. We're gonna be real formal about it. So we've gone to that shorter baseball walking stuff, simple stuff, and then a little bit more complex with movement. And within that short amount of couple days of doing it, her distance just sucked right tight. It's real short now. So we're gonna go back and stretch it out. Now I'm gonna pick this dummy. Sit. I'm picking this up. Heel. Sit. Now, those decoys were sticking points for her. She just couldn't force herself to run past them. That was like that barrier for her. So just start on this side of them. We got these decoys for her to work through. That's one set instead of two. Hey! Come here. She read my body language. I've had enough of this. Listen. Listen. All of a sudden we've got a little teenager action. A little bit gonna do my own thing and pay attention when I want to. And so haven't seen this out of her. I mean, we're into the 40s of this. So what are we doing? I don't know what she's going through, but she's getting a little bit testy. Good. Get out. Good. 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 She grabs the short one. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Right here. Did. Now, it is a little bit hard for her to look at me with the sun directly behind me too, so I gotta cut her a little bit of slack. But I want those eyes. So I've got 3 dummies out there. Let's lengthen this out. Take a little bit more. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Not a lot, just a little. Get out. Good. Good girl. Now she's running with a purpose. So once we got her back to knowing and understanding and getting it, she runs with a purpose. That's what I need her to do. I just need her to have more repetition so she runs with a purpose when there's even a little sliver of doubt. Good. Good girl. So she took the second longest one. Good. Did. Good girl. Now, let's bring her to the original spot. And the difference with this one is we're going to call her off of out of the cover. Come on, sit. I'm not going to throw any diversions in on it. I'd like to, but I think that's too much right now. Come on, come on, come on. Get out. Girl. Very good. Very good. This one she'll have to hunt. It's the longest one. Now it's feathered, so she'll probably smell it. But she'll have to hunt this one a little bit more. Good girl. Good girl. Very good. And I'm going to give her some praise for it, because she sucked 4 minutes ago. Good girl. That's it. That's it. Good. Did. Good girl. That's just a really good example of when we came out to do what I was hoping to do. I wasn't expecting to get tripped up by it. I was expecting it to just be cleaned up. Fix the issues we were having yesterday of her running in. Well, God, by God, she did it again. And so how did we fix it? Well, just simplify it, back up. Now, is it fixed for good? No, probably not. But are we off to a better start? Yes, most definitely. Now, from that, sit. I'm gonna leave her there. I'm gonna go back out. So my drills this morning have changed. I didn't plan on doing this. We're gonna do this because this is the problem she's having. Sit. So my session just changed. I'm gonna work on this. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna reset it with a few dummies. And then we're gonna build in the diversions. We're gonna send her for the opposite and continue to send her back on this long cast past these decoys. And then I'll probably flip it and rotate it. I added a little bit of a challenge to those, threw one in the tall stuff. She'll have to hunt that. Threw the other one pretty deep, she'll have to hunt that. We're gonna build in delay with it, because we're gonna switch her and have her pick a short bird. We're gonna have I'm gonna have her pick a diversion over the top and then go back. The other thing that we've added to this that's a little different, that can add a little bit of challenge to it, at least it just makes it look different, is, if you remember, when we simplified it to get her to do this, we walked her all the way down there and let her watch them. Made it into a trailing memory. Now it's a sight memory. So let's bring her back into this cover. This was something this was a layer that threw in a little bit more complication than was easy for her, and she tripped up a little bit. Distance seems to trip her up a bit. She's nowhere near as sharp at a distance. So I think I hear people talk about that a lot, where they do it perfect up to a certain amount of distance away, and then all of a sudden they don't take it anymore. They don't listen as well. I had a really good trainer talking to me about it, telling me how, yeah, they're really good up to a certain point. Then after that, he puts a collar on them. And my thought is, just before you got to that point, I'm sure there was steps that it took to get there. It's not like the dog was perfect 0 to 200 yards, and beyond 200 yards he doesn't do it. It was, you went probably 0 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 to 200. It took time to get there. To go beyond 200, it just takes more time, but this guy just didn't want to do the time. He didn't want to put the time in, I don't think. So the fix was, he puts the dog on a collar, and I just don't think that makes sense myself, but. Come on, come on. Get out. Good girl. Good girl. Good dog. Good dog. Good. Hold. Good dog. Dead. Good dog. Good dog. Let's do this. Totally threw a curveball at her. Decided I'm gonna flip it around. Let's just do it the opposite. I've got 2 dummies out there. Let's bring her here. Now I'm in the cover. More of a hunting scenario. Looks a lot different to her. Get out. Good girl. Good girl. Now, we're real close to each other, so that makes it a lot easier. Now she's gonna have to hunt a little bit. These two are a little bit tougher. She comes over. She doesn't see it, doesn't know it's there, doesn't believe it's there. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Dead. Dead. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So we just changed it up. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm going to add a little distance between me and her. Get closer to where I started out here. And this is where we ran into a little bit of trouble this morning. Now that little sluggish return. Come on, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Get her back to me. Good. Just keep her honest. Don't let her just assume we're always gonna go right or left. And so if she's slow, the reason I recalled her all the way back is because she came at a snail's pace. If you're gonna go that slow, I'll just bring you all the way in. Good girl. Good girl. Now let's go into the cover with one. We've not done that yet. Heel. Heel. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm not gonna go a long, long ways. It's the first time we've done this today. Cody. Get out. Good. Nice long run. And that's a pretty delayed memory. Over. Good. She's gonna have to hunt. This one is in the cover. She's gonna have to hold that area. There's where she needs to be, to the right. She's looking for help, and I didn't give her any. Now, without me seeing anything, I don't see her, I don't know where she is. I'm not gonna try to get in the way of it. This is very natural game finding. Get her in an area. Does make me curious as to where she is. The downside of it is she took the cast really well, and to not find it quickly, it's hard to connect with that cast. So that's the downside. The good side is if she ends up picking it for us, it's persistence. She stays in that area and hunts, but now I wonder where the hell she is. Pretty windy. I don't know that she even hears from this distance, but God, why did I hide it? So, I mean, I go back and forth on it. Make it easy for her, let her find it, gain the handling drill, gain from that, or tap into her hunt, combine that. That was what I was going for. Could backfire a little bit on me. Let's just work down there, Ben. Lost. Lost. So she just pops out of here. Lost. 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 Working well. Lost. 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 I'm not going to stop her. I'm not going to let her leave that cover though. And I'm not going to give her a lot of help either. I'm just going to let her figure this out. Lost. 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 Good. Good. Lost. Good. Lost, 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 lost. I just threw another one in there for her. We got to get her find out of her pretty quick or she quits. Lost, lost, lost. And then what I'll do is use that other one as a hunt command. Lost, lost, good, good. Go on, don't quit on me. Go on. Go back. Go back. Go. Hey, 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 hey. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Good. Good. No. Lost. Go back. Cody. Go back. Go back. Good. 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 Lost. Lost. Good girl. Good girl. Long, 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 long hunt. Good, dude. Not in the right area. She's 20 yards away yet. So what I'm going to do is bring her over here. Come here. I'm going to have her sit. Sit. And I'm going to let her just kind of capture her breath a bit. That was a real long hunt. Sit. I don't know where the hell she was. She came out of here. So was she hunting in here? Probably. Don't know why. Could she have caught in some scent? Probably. Could it have been pheasants? Could it have been those turkeys? Could have been a lot of things. It did not go the way I hoped. I wanted that to be a nice right cast, run down there, hunt a little bit, bring it back. Did not go that way. So the positives of it is she didn't quit. The negative of it was she really struggled. Ended up helping her. Gave her another one. Came close. Gave her another one. We did not gain what I had hoped to gain out of that. That's okay. You don't win every single time. We need to work on this. So I'm gonna let her catch her breath, but I'm gonna put her right back in there for a hunt. There's a feathered dummy in there, feathered bumper, and it's up towards the front. And I want her to work this cover. Lost, 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 lost. And I want her to get away from me a little bit. Go on, go on. Good, good, good. Here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Just give her just a different look at it, because she's hunted the hell out of that corner. Come on. Yeah, ha 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 ha. Cody, go back. Here, ha 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 ha. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Good. Go back. Good. Lost. Go back. Go back. Good. No. Go back. Go back. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Well, look at that, huh? Here. Did. Good. Good. So, a little bit of a little weakness there right now. Heel. Good. Now, there's plenty of things to work on. Come on. And in general, she's doing really well. But these are little dialed in things that we just got to get better at. They're going to take just repetition and practice, and we've gotten away from it. I mean, when's the last time we did a hunt command? We've gotten away from it because we get excited about, let's get into baseball stuff, let's work on that, and she'll get good at that. Then all of a sudden this stuff starts to fade. So we got to go back and forth with new stuff and old stuff, new stuff and old stuff. So it's just reminders to me. And it's proof that, you know, I think a lot of times we think, oh, they've got it, let's move on. And then when we need it, it's not always still there then that takes time. Will it be eventually? Yes, but in 40 days, no, not at all. So now I've got a dummy out. I've also got one in the woods. So let's do this. Let's extend a line, and then we're going to go down and we're going to handle into that cover for one. Sit. And then we're going to be done, Cody. So I'm just going to pick up what I've got left out there. I want to put the barrier in. It's going to be just a long line. I doubt she remembers it after all of this. Come here. Sit. Heel. Cody, go back. Go back. Go back. Now she did remember the one in the woods. Hey! Here! Here! She's coming on the right. Cody! Here! Oh, now I'm really... Cody! Here! Come here! Come here! Right here. Right here. Sit down. Sit down. So today has just been really a struggle. She's really decided that she's going to do it the way she wants to do it today. And it's not right. She's making the wrong decisions. And I stopped her to the whistle. She stopped really well. I was about to send her back and she decided, oh, I'll just go hunt over here. So I'm frustrated with that. Pretty disgusted with it, quite honestly. And there's no question, I think she knows it and realizes it. And so all I want to do is get the hell out of this session. I really want to end it. I'm not going to try to do what I wanted to send her back, pick that one, come down here, send her to the right, go into the woods, pick that one, be done. We're not going to do that. She's going to sit right there. I'm going to go pick them up. Because it's also going to act as a little bit of a chance for me to cool down. You know, this is part of the issue I have too. I have a hard time remembering where they are. So I know I got one back here. Again, it might be difficult for me to find it. This is the orange one, so that one's feathered. So that was part of the problem. I'm looking for the wrong dummy, maybe. I think I threw it in a little bit further, Ben. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so I know it's right there. Now I can see it. It shows how difficult it can be to find them. So, Cody, here. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Come on. Here. Cody. Good. Good. Hold. Done for the day. Sit. Done. Because we just had a rough day. And that's okay. I don't think she did it to spite me. I don't think she did it on purpose. She just has her off day. She struggled. And she struggled for whatever reason, and I don't know what it is. But she just wasn't responsive. Sit down. So that's what frustrates me, and that's what gets me upset, is the idea of, I don't think she was looking to work with me. She was looking to work on her own today. And she made the wrong choices most of the time. And so, and if she's not willing to work with me, I get upset. I have to monitor that, recognize it, realize it, and I thought I did. Finish it out, put her up, be done. Tomorrow, this afternoon I'll probably work her. I won't want to go to bed with this one on my working with her. So I'll work with her this afternoon. It'll probably be something real simple. Nothing new for sure. It'll probably be something relatively short and sweet, but successful, hopefully successful. Hunt command right now I have a little bit of concern with. Holding an area, taking 90 degrees instead of fading in, I have a little bit of concern with. Running long distances on the lefts and rights, I got a little concern with. Lining, I'm not nearly as concerned with. That was something we were concerned with early on, and I don't have that concern much anymore. I didn't have any concerns with her responding and stopping to the whistle and taking direction until this morning. I don't think it becomes all of a sudden one little bad session means we got major issues. I just think she had an off session. So we're not too worried. I'm not too worried about that. But those are my concerns right now. And the other stuff, marking. I think she's getting better, a lot better at marking. So I haven't used the dummy launcher, and I'd like to do that. I might do that this afternoon. So it's just, I think this series is a really good example of, if we could have edited the hell out of this, and we could have made it look, the process and the steps to teach your dog to handle. And we could have made it, we still could make it look really simple, and we can make it look really easy. We can make it look like this is how it happens step by step. It is so far, it would be so far from the truth. So, and the little things that come up with her are different than your dog, and they're different than my other dogs. They're just every one of them, but every one of them has things that come up all the time throughout all of their training. And so that's our hope, is to show you these sessions. I've had several of them, but I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's an issue. I think it's just what happens. I think it's important for you to see that. So we'll continue to move on with her. I have zero concerns with getting there in the end. It's just, when is the end? I don't know if it ever, I don't know if we ever get there. We're just constantly moving forward with them. Sometimes we got to take steps back in order to go further. Good girl. Now I'm not mad at you anymore. Good girl. Yep.